Welcome back to the Paddock Talk podcast. I'm Julian, that's Andrew, and we're here to recap the Dutch Grand Prix. First one back after the summer break, and it was a controversial kind of race, I think.
It feels good to be back, but my race ended pretty early. But yeah, it was a good race, kind of boring for most part. Mm-hmm. But how do you feel about the race?
It's the final Zandvoort Grand Prix, and in my opinion, it's gone for a reason. The overtaking wasn't great, right? Like, we were stuck, seeing people stuck behind a slower car for so long. And it wasn't even like, oh, they're doing brilliant defense. Like, that's kind of different. Like, a couple years back, we saw Alonso defend Hamilton at Hungary or whatever. That was him defending and, not letting him by. This was, they just don't close in. Like, you can be 3/10 out of that final corner. They both deploy energy, and that gap stays 3/10, and that's it. So the straight wasn't long enough. We'll see, I guess, in Monza. More overtaking, I think, so I'm a little excited for that. So I wasn't too pissed off. But overall, I think it's gone for a reason. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of knew the race was going to be kind of just plateau the whole time because of sprint was 2 overtakes the whole race.
Leclerc and Behrman.
Yeah.
Behrman off, I think, the start because of his softs, and then Leclerc by the end. You're right.
Yeah, so 2 overtakes, so I kind of went into it with not too high hopes anyways. But honestly, it was all right. It is what it is. I kind of agree with you, though. It did leave for a reason, but the trophy was sick.
Trophy was cool, but I turned off the. I saw the trophies after. I turned off. I didn't watch the podium.
You didn't watch the podium?
No, as soon as the flag went, I was done. Yeah.
Well, let's get into the top 3 since we're talking about podium.
Go ahead.
Lando Norris wins his 2nd win in a row.
It is.
Dude, he's flying.
He is loving these cars right now. Whatever McLaren has updated is suiting him much better. Honestly, his luck is a little better in terms of his car not breaking down every 2 seconds like it was at the start of the season, where we might have seen this Lando at the start of the season. It's just car didn't start, car broken down, battery here, failure here, like gearbox. Like, he was just killed, realistically. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But yeah, is McLaren back in the fight now? Is Lando back in this title fight? 83 points away from Kimi. That is a lot because, realistically, it is a lot. But is he back? Am I right on 83? Let me just double check.
Yeah, I don't know if that's crazy accurate, but I think it's pretty similar, pretty close to that. My thing is, Lando killed it. Amazing race, back to back. I don't know if no, I think you're right. I think he's back.
It is 83, and he's P4 in the championship as well.
He's back. He's in this. He has a chance. I think he has a chance.
I think he needs a lot of stuff to go his way. Lewis and George I think they're equal on points, and those.
What are they? 60?
They're 59 points.
59 behind.
And that's 2 races where Kimi DNFs.
Yeah.
And Lando needs 3 races where Kimi DNFs.
Look, there's still 10 races, so who knows?
Kimi just needs to finish 2nd every race, and he's fine. Or not even.
Yeah.
If he's on the podium, he's fine. He doesn't lose enough points, and then Lando would have to win every race.
I mean, who knows what can happen? I mean, that car is just working for him, but it's not.
It's not the car.
It's not the car.
It's not the car.
It's
the car
the
works for him, but it's him.
He's cooking.
Yeah.
He is doing very well. He's putting it in the right place. He's driving very well with that car.
A couple more wins, he could be there. He's not far off of George in 3rd. He's 4th now.
Well, we know what we feel about George. We know George is.
We'll get into that, but I think he's done.
Yeah.
It's done for him. Even Mercedes are saying, you're done.
It's kind of just.
It's all Kimi.
We'll get into how, but
It's all Kimi, and I guess move on to Kimi. Kimi got P2. Mm-hmm. Honestly, surprised that he got P2. After the sprint, after his qualifying, he didn't really seem to be on it. Again, George won the sprint. How many times have we seen George win the sprint race and Kimi end up winning or finishing better than George? And again, that happened here in Zandvoort. And again, a not so great weekend for Kimi, like we said about the qualifying. His sprint performance, where did he end up in the sprint?
Do you have it open? I do not have it open. We'll put that on hold.
I want to say it's in the middle of the pack, because Leclerc was. He finished off the podium for sure. I think he might have finished 4th or 5th.
You're going to have to give me 30 seconds.
Something like that. So on somewhere where maybe his race pace wasn't great, he ends up extending his lead to Russell and Hamilton. So Kimi keeps going, keeps pushing. He is getting closer to putting one hand on the thing, on the championship. Not going to say, because one hand means you're like, a couple of races you're going to win. He's getting closer. He's
walking. He's a finger away.
He's walking up. He's walking up to the trophy room, and in a couple of races, he might have one hand.
I think 4 more races with him winning on the podium, and having either Hamilton or I would say Norris behind him. Well, then it's in.
Technically, Russell closer.
Yeah, but I don't even think Russell's.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Russell's beating him outright. Is what I'm saying. So if Kimi's third, I think Russell's behind him anyways. Yeah. So it'd be like, but yeah, I agree. Kimi, what were you asking for?
Sprint. The sprint result.
Like where he ended in his sprint? He ended fourth.
Right? Fourth, yeah.
Fourth, George won.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but again, didn't manifest into the actual race.
Exactly. So. Like George got the 8 points, and Kimi ended up getting the win.
Exactly.
The 15 or 18 is 18, second.
18 second, yeah.
So P2 for him, and George did get P3. We'll move on to that. He did. He got lucky just to hold on to that P3. The fast Ferraris were there, mix of other issues there, but he kind of gave up P2 to Kimi, and Kimi wasn't after that VSC. Kimi wasn't closing in 11 laps for those soft tires.
Crazy call by Mercedes, dude.
What was it? So it was 10 11 laps.
I think under that
13 seconds.
I think it was 7 laps or 8 laps in 13 seconds.
Yeah,
and
not happening.
I heard the call. I was like, "There's no way George is going to give him that. Like, there's no way they're not going to fight it. Just let him by."
Yeah, let him by, and that was it. Realistically, like if they did fight, it is a very big possibility that Kimi gets through anyways, realistically.
Yeah.
Kimi does finish second. I'm not saying the Ferraris get ahead, but maybe the Ferraris do have a look near the end of the race. They definitely get ahead of George. If they battle, because look, they both closed in at the end. They only had 1, 2, 3, 4 laps to try and overtake. If they fought after one lap, 100% Ferraris would have got through past George. George would end up, 5th? Wherever Charles finished. So 100% they would have, I get it, but at the same time, they just kind of gave up. That George, that's it. You're champion. That's your championship right there. Done.
It's
that's the guy leading it, and your closest competitor in the same car. You have to be beating him to close in, and no.
So we know now who the number 1 driver is.
Yeah.
Do you think George Russell is a new Valtteri Bottas?
Starting to be.
I think
that's what Toto likes, right? He likes the 1-2. He doesn't want 1-1 like McLaren and Ferrari. He wants the Max Verstappen Red Bull treatment like he had with Lewis, and he doesn't want another Lewis and Nico kind of situation. That's why he got Bottas after. Lewis was obviously, by the time they got Bottas, Lewis was a 4-time champ, I think. 4-time. No, 3-time. 3-time, but still, 3-time champion. That's still a crazy amount. So.
I think he is the new Bottas. I think it's already set in stone. After that, you have 9 I don't know exact amount of laps where the call happened. To make 11 seconds, I think he ended 11 seconds behind.
I don't think he gained
at all. No.
Not at all.
I kept looking at the timesheet, 11 seconds, 11.5, 11.5 at each lap.
The gaps were not crazy. The tire wear wasn't crazy. So the new softs to middle-ish new hards wasn't a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it was a big disparity of fresh softs versus worn hards, then I think he would have gained, half a second a lap.
He ended 11.5 seconds behind.
Yeah, he did.
So maybe he was just managing when he realized he didn't. No, I don't even think he did. I literally just think there was just McLaren's.
Of course, he was trying to push to
the
end there. He was trying to push to the end there.
Yeah.
And just Lando had the pace, and realistically, it was never gonna happen. He needed over 2 seconds a lap to close in that.
It's never gonna happen.
It wasn't gonna happen.
And then
Lando to make, look, you push to the end because you need Lando to maybe make a mistake, but even then he has the gap, so we can just not push. It's the same kind of thing. So yeah,
it's a crazy call out.
It was a crazy call, and I'm really surprised that he listened so quickly. It was that same lap, he let him by, and that was it. And
not
even a fight. It wasn't he questioned it. They said just let him by, and he did.
He was he said something "Oh, you guys just gave the Ferraris P3." He held it, got lucky.
Would have been P3 for Lewis, and that's what I'm saying. Would have been, and then I think realistically, Leclerc's not in the championship at the moment.
No.
So if that obviously will go into the VSC kind of held onto that P3 for him. When they literally called it, Lewis was 0.1 behind him, and then he had to stop on the main straight.
Yeah.
If Lewis gets by there, Leclerc would have 3 laps to get Russell. In my opinion, Leclerc's going for the gap. If he sees it, he doesn't care if he hits Russell, if his wing comes flying off, if they go into the gravel and DNF, he's not in the championship. Russell's in the championship-ish. Leclerc doesn't give a shit. He's going to dive bomb. So, because he almost did on Lewis in the last lap. So imagine on someone else that isn't your teammate.
That's what I was going to say. I think, you're right. He was going to dive bomb. In my opinion, I think Lewis had one more chance at Russell. And at the last lap, I think Lewis had one more chance. Charles went in. Lewis had to
where Piastri overtook?
No, it was George was ahead.
After the VSC, Lewis was never close enough after.
He was 3/10.
That's not enough.
I know, but he could have.
Trust me.
He could have went down for it. He could have dived for it.
Lewis won't dive though because he's P2 in the championship-ish, basically.
But Lewis had to defend against Charles, and then it was like almost a second behind George. It was a pretty bad attack.
After the VSC, it was done. The VSC killed it. I think it even killed Lewis. It's like, what the hell? Like, really? Yeah. So that was it. Like, because he was on his gearbox.
He was.
Not on the gearbox in a corner, on the gearbox on the straight. Halfway through the straight. And he was going to be side by side. So, and then even if George defended the inside, I think Lewis would have been able to get the outside with the better grip. So he would have lost P3 without the VSC. And you're right, that did save Russell, right? We wrote it down that it saved Russell's.
It did save Russell's P3.
And then it probably saved him going down even further. I think Leclerc would have sent it.
Maybe.
I think he would have sent it.
It depends on the pace.
This would have costed Russell maybe a DNF.
It could have. Maybe Charles.
Both of them would have went out.
DNF.
Yeah, 100%.
That would have been insane, dude.
Last lap, last corner, or whatever. No, like the first corner of the last lap.
Wow.
That's what I would. I would have been.
Ended on a safety car.
But yeah.
Let's get into the actual race now. We got a massive crash on lap 2. Lap 2?
Well, because they did like an extra formation lap, right? And then,
the extra formation lap was after the restart. It was lap 2.
I feel like it was lap 1 that this happened, but I don't think it was
lap 1.
Like, I think it was because they did an extra lap, so it was lap 2.
I don't know. Anyways, massive crash from Verstappen. Yeah. Just went too deep into the last turn. You kind of saw his wheels get into the wet line a little bit, spun out, literally almost head into the wall, going, 200 kilometers an hour. It was
a big crash.
His car mangled. Luckily, Verstappen walked away fine. I don't even think he went to the hospital.
No, I think he was fine, but those concrete walls hurt. Like, those ones are the killers that you take all the impact. That thing's not getting absorbed. With the other ones, I don't know what material it is, but
they brace. It's like a crash pad.
It's like like a padding, and they brace, and I think they got like water stuff in between them as well. So like those brace and they like absorb the impact. This is you hit it hard, and that's it. Like, and he hit both walls. So
it was a big crash. It was
and
a
then
big crash.
Right behind him as well was Bortoleto spinning.
Holy shit, though! Like, what amazing spin! What an amazing recovery!
I don't know how he didn't end up like Verstappen.
Yeah. Because the same thing basically happened. He got loose a little bit early in the corner, and then he lost his back end, spun around somehow,
so much
going through the debris of Verstappen.
Well.
I was like, how the hell did he manage to stay on the track?
No idea how he kept that going. I thought he was done, and even the people behind them, I don't know how they dodged both cars. I think Gasly dodged Verstappen nearly because Gasly only dodged Verstappen because he had an oversteer moment in that same corner and he had to lift.
Yeah.
If he didn't, he was on Lawson's gearbox and he would have absolutely hit Verstappen. And then Hülkenberg almost ran into Bortoleto, which was actually inches away from hitting.
Dude, you couldn't see anything. On the onboard of Hülkenberg, it's just white smoke. It's like Kimi Räikkönen. White smoke, and luckily he didn't hit anything. That was a crazy spin. I don't know how he managed to keep it on the track, not in the wall. He did it though.
And obviously that brought out the red flag.
That right away brought out the red flag because so much happened in that one corner.
Yeah.
They needed
two spins, one full crash, and then a bunch of debris everywhere.
The debris was probably what pushed it too because it was everywhere. His tire was rolling away.
Oh, the tire was gone.
It was gone. It raced further than Max.
It's unbelievable. The red flag came out, and then we had to do it all again.
Yeah. But other than that, it was a pretty boring, pretty plateau race. Anything other than we covered. I do want to mention, we talked about how good Lando's been.
Yeah.
Piastri has not been there with the pace in that car.
That's why we said Lando is extracting more than he is. And I think Piastri is struggling. I don't know if it's these new regulations. I don't know if it's these new... I don't know what it could be because like he started decently well. When he was able to start a race, Piastri, in Japan, he almost won. He almost won race 2 or whatever, race 3, whatever Japan was. And we thought, he's kind of ahead of Lando. Lando was more struggling. Lando was unlucky. Japan would be race 3, actually, yeah. And now his teammates won back-to-back races, and Lando's beat Piastri convincingly both times. I know you can say in Hungary Piastri held the lead, but after Lando got the lead,
it was gone.
15 seconds was the gap, and then obviously Piastri got unlucky with the DNF, whatever, so he didn't get as many points. But I do think he would have even fallen to the guys behind of... Maybe. Who was behind? I think Lewis and
I don't think
Max?
he would have...
Or did Max... Max was already ahead of... No, Max wasn't ahead of him. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
That was too long ago, man.
That was 4 weeks ago. Either way, I think Piastri wouldn't have finished on the podium in Hungary either. I think he was struggling too much. So, again, teammate beat him convincingly. And, again, this race just lacked pace the whole time. Somehow, I don't know, and this is what killed the Ferraris and Russell's even race. Don't know how Piastri got ahead on those hard tires after that restart, after the red flag.
I know.
That absolutely killed everyone behind. And, like, no pace. What was it, 10 seconds the gap? By the time they did the pit stops, that was 10 seconds. Gone.
Bro, it's because everyone's taking slow time in the pit lane. Horrible pit stops for everybody.
Yeah, that is.
And then it just killed it. But the gap between Lando and Piastri, I have it pulled up here, 32 seconds. Yeah. That's a big gap to be in the same car.
It's insane.
They have the same upgrades. I'm assuming, at least. I don't know. They have the same upgrades.
I do think Piastri did pit again when Lando didn't near the end there. So realistically, it's like around 18 seconds was the gap. I remember them saying.
It's a pretty big gap.
But still, 18 seconds was insane. No, maybe not 18. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's about 16 seconds, I think. I think the pit lane was about 16 to 18 seconds. So you want to do the quick math? What did I say? 32?
Well, because he's 32, but
16
but the Ferraris were 17 off, so it's impossible.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
no, it's more than that, but it was something like that where he did take another pit stop, so he wasn't maybe not fully 32 seconds, but
regardless he's way behind.
He was like 20 seconds off.
Yeah.
Like he was off the pace. Like he was off the pace completely this weekend. And I thought throughout qualifying he was there. He was matching Lando. I think he led one of the qualifying sessions, Q1 or Q2. Mm-hmm. And then Lando ends up on pole, and he won the race. He won
Lando
the race.
Flew.
What else
Lando had a great weekend. So nothing to say other than that. But Piastri's got to start picking it up, I think.
Because now this isn't. I was backing him when McLaren would be like, kind of screwing him over. I'm like, he's better than that. This isn't a McLaren issue right now. Again, this is one race, 2 races.
But maybe 2 in a row is starting to...
2 in a row, we'll see if it happens again. If it happens again in Monza, where...
That's a big...
At the point, it's not really... Like, at Monza, you're not taking risks anywhere realistically. You're just driving straight.
Yep.
It's a pretty simple circuit, I think. And again, it comes down to the car. I do think McLaren, again, they have the Mercedes engine, so that they should be relatively strong there. We'll take a look at how Ferrari do there with their potential upgrade. And then obviously Mercedes should do well there as well. So can he stay with those top guys? I do think Red Bull might actually be pretty strong there as well. So
yeah. I hope Red Bull does good. Max needs a good weekend after this just super unfortunate weekend.
Dude, it's the 3.
It's the
3. He should have never picked 3. I know he liked 3. I know he's picked 33. Should have went back to 33.
I did see, though, that every race that Max qualifies 7th, he DNFs. Yeah. So if he qualifies 7th in Monza...
To be fair, it's looking like a P7.
It might be a P7. Well,
maybe,
I don't know.
Unless Hadjar gets ahead, and then...
I'd rather that.
Because then you have a chance at P8, but...
But is Hadjar going to be okay with it?
I think he's going to be back for Monza. I think it's another week off. Yeah. We don't have a race this weekend, so it's looking like another P7 unless they extract a little bit more. Maybe they got a lower wing, they got more engine mode. But I was like, oh, maybe you can get ahead of the Ferraris or something. I kind of believe in the Ferrari upgrade a little bit. It's 15 horsepower.
Yeah.
So I think that will help a lot. And, obviously they're doing a Monza package. So
I think it's just going to come down to how good Max outperforms the car.
Which is hard to do.
It's going to be
Monza.
very hard.
Especially in qualifying. In the race pace, maybe you hold on to your tires a little bit more if it's a hot day.
Strategy too, but
we've seen many different strategies happen there. He won last year on sheer pace. But we'll see how he does there.
Speaking of Red Bull and RB, we got Lawson and Yuki. How do you think they did this race?
I think they did good. I think they did their job.
Yeah.
Red Bull made the good decision for both of them. I think to have Lawson go ahead, be the guy in the Red Bull, the most experienced. Mm-hmm. Yuki isn't experienced, so Lawson in the top team, and then Yuki coming in, and he did great. Lawson finished P7. I think that's where Hadjar would have finished. Realistically, might have finished below Verstappen. So would have been P7, P8. Literally this exact thing. They were miles off from the top guys.
Yeah, I just think
Lawson
that's where the car
finished
is.
80 seconds away.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, I think that's where the Red Bull is. If you're not Max Verstappen, that's where the Red Bull is. Lawson had a great race. He's brand new to that team, brand new to the car. Obviously, like you said, he's known the regulations more than Yuki, so it is a good move. I don't think Yuki would have done much better in that car. Lawson did great. I have no complaints.
He did perfect. P7, got points.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I think that's where Hadjar would have been.
Yeah.
I don't think Max would have been, Max would have just been the same position, wouldn't have been ahead of Piastri or anything. He would have maybe just been the gap might have been less, but I don't think he would have gained a position.
I think he would have been a lot closer to Piastri, but I don't think he would have been, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Realistically, the car just wasn't. It's just not there. So that's just where, you're right, that's just where the car is. And then Yuki at the moment, very strong race.
Yeah.
Coming in, he qualified P11 or P12 in the sprint, P12 in the full race, and then unfortunately didn't get points this race, but where did he finish? He finished 11th.
Close to points in a brand new car with brand new regulations.
He finished ahead of his teammate, Arvid.
Did he? Lindblad had a stinker, though. He got super unlucky. Drive-through penalty.
It was a bit of a mess in the end there.
Yeah.
But Tsunoda finishing 11th, just out of the points paying positions, and that's great. That's what he needed to do this weekend to show that he can be in these regulations. First of all, looks like he understands them great. I don't know if he's been preparing for this. I know he said that he got the call on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Before heading there on Thursday or whatever, and that was it. But maybe, I don't know, the simulator at Red Bull might be great, and he's been practicing. I don't know, maybe he's on F126 behind it or something. I don't know.
He cooked. He did great. Put the car in a great place. Like you said, did better than his teammate. Lindblad did get pretty. He
got unlucky. Lindblad was obviously quicker throughout the weekend. He honestly kind of looked a little quicker than Lawson at some point. That RB looked really good.
Lawson was in a new car, though. I wasn't expecting. Honestly,
in the race pace, Lawson held his position.
Exactly.
Qualified well, and that was it. Or qualified where P8 or whatever, and that was it. But on Yuki's side, showed his skills, like I said, to the other teams. Maybe where could he end up? Where do you think a team might see this and be like, you know what? He's got understanding. He's quick. Let's put him in our car.
The problem is, a lot of teams already signed. A lot of Williams done. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Audi's done.
Audi's done, yeah.
What else we got? Haas is pretty locked. What?
I think Ocon's seat is.
Ocon is in.
His seat is up for grabs, so he might be fighting for that. But I do think there's also
a lot more drivers.
The younger kids coming up as well. So maybe Ferrari might. So Tsunoda might want that, but Ferrari might push their guy that they want.
To be completely honest, I think Tsunoda, unfortunately, is.
It's done.
It's done for Tsunoda. I think he is a good driver. Mm-hmm. I just think it's just an unlucky situation. I think when you're given that Red Bull, I think everyone should look at it and be scared. Because obviously Yuki did good, went on Red Bull, did not great against Max. What are you going to do? And then went back on RB, right? He went
for who? No, well, Yuki was done after
Red Bull. Oh, yeah, yeah. I was thinking of, yeah, Yuki, and then your career's done after that. Once you're done there, it's
it's hard to make it back.
Done, yeah.
Once you're out of Red Bull, it's hard to make it back. So everyone's now looking back at Lawson's demotion after that second race in China last year, and they're they kind of saved him from getting kicked out. Because I think if he can, let's say they kept him, I know we've even given them shit for it. It is stupid, But at the same time, they're kind of looking out for Lawson. They might have been higher on Lawson over Yuki. And they're like, well, realistically, we keep this guy in. I think they're always going to promote Hadjar, especially with his season results after. I know, again, hindsight, who knows what happened. Maybe Lawson turns it around. Who knows? But realistically, they're pushing Verstappen all the way in terms of upgrades and stuff. So Lawson probably wasn't going to get shit on his car. And he ends up P16 out of the points every race, last, whatever. He ends out of F1. Yuki's in RB with the Lindblad. Isaac gets promoted, and then basically Yuki has Lawson's situation, and Lawson has Yuki. So
definitely saved them from the torture of Red Bull.
Yeah, because now Lawson has a chance to go to another team. If there is another availability, Lawson jumped in. He's solid right now in his racing format in terms of RB in the midfield team, doing good there.
Yep.
Jumped into the Red Bull, did good there. Good showing for him for other teams. Not sure where he could go other than back to Red Bull if.
But Max re-signed.
But Max re-signed and Hadjar is doing solid, so he's not. That's not a viable option in my opinion.
I feel like 11 teams is difficult, man.
They need Andretti coming in.
Yeah, this is why it's like these drivers are one of a kind, because we can't even get F1 drivers back on an F1 team.
Yeah.
Think of it like that. Like 22 drivers is so tight.
I could see Cadillac taking some guys, but
you don't want to get on Cadillac. If I'm Lawson, I'm not going to Cadillac.
I know you're staying on RB.
I'm staying. Obviously, I'm the 5th place team.
I think Audi might actually be a really hot seat because it's not a sister team. They have their own engine. There's always that potential. They build something great. They do something right. There's that potential. Again, same thing with Aston Martin. This could be a one-off year, but again, who really knows? They're kind of all over the place. That Honda engine is awful.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But yeah, again, like we said, they did well. They did well. I'm happy with their performances.
Did you want to get into Ferrari?
The Ferrari shit show? Yeah. Let's do it. I'll go through it. Just go through it quick.
Because it's a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it's stupid. So Ferrari this weekend did not have the weekend that they wanted.
No.
They definitely had. It wasn't that they were hyped up and then didn't have the pace like Austria or something like that. They were hyped up, had the pace to win today, had one of the best race paces. I think Lando maybe just outdid them or very equal to Lando, and Lando ended up winning. And they should have definitely been on the podium.
Yeah.
But a lot of shit went wrong. Team orders horribly. The pit wall being slow with decisions, not talking to each driver. Like, I know people are very pissed at Leclerc with, how he didn't let Hamilton by or whatever. He was never told to move out of the way. He was told to pit. And he didn't want to pit because it just would have messed up his final stint. So they didn't tell him, get out of the way for Lewis, which... Look, maybe he would have done, maybe he didn't. Maybe he took it as pitting as getting out of the way for Lewis and he didn't want to do that. Maybe. But in terms of Ferrari telling Leclerc, Lewis is on a different strategy, you'll end up ahead of him later or something like that. Just to make him do it. I think you got to just do that to make him do it. They didn't do that. So that was a mess from there. Back to the Piastri thing. No pace for Piastri. They got stuck behind him after the red flag. As soon as that happened, done. And then it just even goes back to the Saturday as well. Qualifying, horrible. 5 and 6, not good enough. I don't know what they were thinking, sending them out in the wet, not early enough. They did their prep lap. To be fair, I was like, oh, maybe they did their prep lap. They have a chance.
Yeah.
And Leclerc was only like a 10th off in the first sector. So I was like, he's there. Yeah. He's there. Like you never know with these cars anymore where they're deploying, where they're not. A first sector of down 2/10 could actually end up being pole, which I've seen Lando do, where he's down and then, in second sector, he's purple and then he gets pole later on. So, but yeah, not great enough for quali, and 5 and 6 isn't good enough. And then, it's important races around here. You're in the championship and they just shit the bed. It was a shit show, like we wrote down here. Shit show.
Yeah, it was a shit show. I think Lewis should have let by Charles there. He was way quicker, I think he would have gapped him by at least a couple seconds before he went into the pits.
It was different strategy.
Yeah, it was.
It was different strategy.
He was on
mediums,
yeah.
And Hamilton was on the peak of the hard tire.
Yeah.
That's when you got to be pushing. He was, pushing to close in. That's the thing. They both got past Piastri at the time, and they were both pushing ahead to go catch Russell. That's when you let Hamilton by. He's on the different tire. It's on a different strategy. We've seen him do it this year in Barcelona. Hamilton got let by Leclerc. He did not fight him then because completely different strategy. Hamilton on the 3-stop ended up winning the race. Leclerc was like, yeah, I'm not in this. Again, he ended up having the car issue at the end, but different strategies should be held differently. And Ferrari I knew when Hamilton closed up and they didn't immediately do it, I was like, here we go.
It was too long. I see what they were trying to do, letting him pit maybe, but it lasted too long. If it was like that turn, Hamilton caught up, yeah, Leclerc pit, let him by. Like, you're not losing any time. Yeah. Hamilton must have lost actually probably
3 seconds-ish.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was literally gonna say. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And bro, that's huge.
It was a mess because then even Russell took advantage of that. They should have, like you said, brought Leclerc in right away. They kept him out for another 2-3 seconds, and then the gap was like 6 seconds to Russell after because Russell had the soft or the fresh tires after at that time, and he was did the overcut or not overcut, whatever. He pit first and was able to use those tires. Just didn't work out. Just not good. Just not. They got to lock in here, like Hamilton said in the press after. If Mercedes are like we saw Mercedes swap immediately, if they're doing that and they're losing time doing their bullshit, you're never going to win this championship.
No.
We're never going to be able to beat them because they're swapping immediately on whoever's got the fresher tires, and we're losing 3 seconds, 4 seconds for 4 laps stuck behind the slower car. What are we doing?
That 3 seconds was possibly a P2 for Hamilton. Possibly.
Yeah. Could have been
if he held up Kimi, possibly a P2.
I just think if he gets let by, it just changes a different thing. I think he closes up to Russell.
Yep.
He might be able to overtake him, or Russell still pits. Whatever. He goes on to close into the top guys or get closer to the top guys. And then maybe he's not left out there till lap 50 or whatever the hell he got left out there. And then he pits normally. Maybe he doesn't need to pit under the VSE for the soft tires. Maybe he stays out like Lando did or something. And then maybe he holds on to P2 because realistically, they weren't that much quicker than Lewis. They kind of only got, like, Kimi Antonelli and Lando at the end of the race kind of only got by him because of the tire difference. Like, it wasn't more of the engine was too slow. Like, the engine was, like, no one was able to overtake, gone. Like, you were able to hold up people if you had a slower car or slower tires. And
just a short straight.
Yeah.
Right?
It just wasn't enough. So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just a shit show.
Say this, though. Obviously, Ferrari, horrible strategy. Give a round of applause to Aston Martin's strategy. Obviously, Stroll, shitbox, whatever. Alonso went 33 laps on softs.
I saw that.
33 laps on softs. Because he pit when the red flag, obviously. So 2 laps, his old tires were. 33 laps on softs. He technically a one-stop.
On softs.
On softs. What the hell?
I think it's because the softs and the mediums were like, no, there was not really a benefit of being on the mediums versus the hard or something like that. For some reason the tire deg was so, like, I don't even know the word. It was like so similar.
Yeah.
Like softs went off and then mediums went off 2 laps later and then hards went off 2 laps later. So it was like, well, I might as well just be on the softs to have that performance and then just extend.
I was looking at, I thought originally, 33, yeah. I thought originally Alonso's race was Albon because they both had him pit. Albon was on hards, Alonso was on softs. So I was like, okay, Alonso will pit, hopefully maybe a little undercut action that get ahead of Albon. Albon pit first on hards.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, 33 laps, and then you see, I think it was Gasly starts gaining on him heavy after on lap 35. Pit, 2.2 second pit, got back out 13th.
Yeah, he was just out of the points.
Just out of the points.
Yeah.
I think he ended up 13th. Everyone else had to pit again. He went long. Bam. P9. What a race.
No,
that was great.
Crazy from him and Aston Martin to get into the points. Again, not exactly where... Actually, no. Exactly where they said that they were going to be, midfield, picking up those points, because that's right behind the 2 drivers there.
I do think it was this track, though.
That helped
I don't think that's... Gasly was on his ass at the end. Fresh tires.
Yeah.
He was on his ass. I thought for sure he was getting past.
Yeah.
He was... 9/10, 3/10, 9/10, 3/10. That's just what it is because you can't pass there.
Yeah.
But obviously, it is Alonso's defending as well. But it is the track.
It's just you can't overtake anywhere else on the lap realistically. If you do, then you're screwed somewhere else. And it's just that's the one thing that really sucks about this generation of cars is we were advertised or they were told, you have the drivers have more battery options and they can try and overtake in this corner or try and overtake. You can't though. You deploy here at turn 4 or something, you don't have battery for the main straight, and then you're going to be a sitting duck on the main straight. So then why would I even deploy there? And like there's always a faster way to deploy, and it just didn't. These generations at the moment are just not working out. I was so like not excited. I was just excited for change. Like maybe we were going to be able to get more overtaking, not even like yo-yo overtaking like it was before, but just even a dive bomb here. You don't even see that anymore into a corner. Like it's always has to be a straight heading into a corner for an overtake. I just wanted something different, like the old days. Yeah, but we're not getting that. We're not getting that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that pretty much wraps up our recap of the race. And I think it's time for our predictions.
Let's go through the predictions. So heading into Zandvoort, I had 26 points. You had 21.
Yeah.
It was a 5-point gap.
Yes, it was.
Let's go through quali predictions because we both shit the bed here.
Yeah, it was a really rough quali.
So I ended up picking Lewis. You picked Kimi first.
Yeah.
You won the Rock Race. You got Kimi first. I ended up going Lewis. Nope, that didn't happen. Kimi, what? Where did you start? 4th?
Kimi was like 4th, yeah. Hamilton was like 6th, yeah.
Oh, 5th.
5th,
yeah.
No, sorry. Kimi was 3rd.
Kimi was 3rd?
Oscar was 4th, yeah.
Yeah, so that was not great from us.
No, it was really rough, actually.
3rd and 5th.
Not what I expected. I did not expect Lando up there again, to be honest.
No, the McLaren's in quali is very good. Obviously, his race pace was good.
Yeah.
I don't think the McLaren's overall had good race. I think it was just him. Again, it was just him. Race predictions, though. I had Kimi winning, Lewis 2nd, and Lando 3rd, which almost happened in terms of them being on the podium. It wasn't going to end up shaping that way, but then Lewis didn't get past Russell, so then, it didn't matter. I was going to end up with 0 anyways, but I was kind of hoping Lewis got past Russell, and then I'd been like, I got everyone right.
Yeah.
I should get a bonus point or something. No, but I got 0 there.
0 for 3.
0 for 3 there as well.
It's because you thought you could get everything right. It's like when I make parlays, I think it's going to hit, it never hits.
Yeah, it always changes mid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like everything's looking good, wrong.
Right.
You're
literally last 5 laps. He was going to get 3rd.
Yeah.
And then he would have been on there,
VSC.
VSC.
My top 3 was Lewis, Kimi, and Lawson. Obviously, Kimi got 2nd. Lawson was just a throw-in. I was like, I had faith. And I actually predicted it right. I said I did say Verstappen was going to exit the race.
You said... Did you say you had a feeling he was going to DNF or just like...
I think I said he's going to DNF.
Wow.
I think.
That's good.
I said his engine was going to...
You cursed him.
I did say it. I said his engine was going to...
You cursed him.
Well, his engine probably ended up outside of the car anyway, so I guess I was right.
It was.
It was, yeah. So I got 1 point there.
Let's go hot takes here. So we both ended up betting on the Aston Martins.
Yes, sir.
I went for Lance Stroll top 9. You went for Fernando Alonso top 9. And he was 9th. So that does count. You get 5 points. To be fair, you finally deserved a hot take. It has been, 12 races without a hot take for you?
It's been rough.
So you finally got one. I think these were fair hot takes because Aston Martin is shit. So
Alonso was not supposed to get. He went way too long on those softs. I'm sorry. He was not supposed to get 9th.
I don't even know how he got that. I don't know how Gasly didn't get him at the end.
Exactly.
There. I was really hoping Gasly would get him.
I was sweating so much.
I saw Gasly point 2 at times. I was like, get him. What are you doing?
The VSC saved me.
It did. Maybe that he had a chance probably there as well. You never know.
Sure.
I didn't look at his onboard or anything. So Fernando Alonso P9 gets you 5 points though. So you're at 6 points right now. At the moment, you have the lead.
Yes, sir.
Over under now.
Yeah. Over under was DNFs. Our line was 3.5. Obviously, in modern F1, the over hits every weekend.
It does, yeah.
Because actually didn't look too good. We had obviously one Verstappen right away. And then
Bortoleto didn't crash. It was just Verstappen.
Slowly, more cars started. Yeah. I think was Stroll. Was it Haas after?
Both Haas drivers. And then Stroll as well.
And then
was that it?
5. There was 5. Who else DNF'd? Albon.
Because of thing. And Valtteri Bottas.
Everyone just started. Yeah, Bottas, I remember, got called in. everyone just started, but it wasn't like a crash. It was just like, all right, just come into the pits,
Yeah.
And then, that's just what happened.
So
and the overhit.
You end up getting another point there, which
Holy.
means leaving Zandvoort, you have done the impossible. Again, there's still a long way in the season. It is now 28 points for you, 26 for me. You have taken the lead in the championship. You finally had a good weekend.
A really good weekend.
A good
and you
chunk
had a
of points.
stinker.
And I got 0.
I got 7, you got 0.
Yeah. Not
Yikes.
great. The rock, paper, scissors killed me for these the over-under. I needed that
Yeah.
one to maybe go just one. Would have been equal points.
No.
But no, I lost the rock, paper, scissors.
No. Oh, yeah, the rock, paper, scissors would have got you even points.
We would have been even there.
Tied.
But you take the lead 28
Bang.
to 26. And then we got Monza coming up, and I actually don't know what to do for Monza.
Are you going to go Ferraris and then jinx it?
No, I'm not going to do that because I'd rather enjoy my Sunday.
That's fair enough. I think I'd rather.
This, Matt, it'd be great, but realistically, what's going to happen? If I can get if I can get third, if I can pick third correctly, either Kimi or Lando or whoever, or whatever.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm right now. I'm a Red Bull whisperer, and I think if I say Max will win, he might win. Because I jinxed him.
You jinxed him. The jinxes don't work.
So let me jinx him again. He's gonna do shit. Wait, then.
Oh no! Now he's gonna DNF again around Monza, or
Okay,
he's gonna
do
call
good.
it P7.
Then he's gonna do good.
No, you said he was gonna DNF around Zandvoort, and he had one of his biggest crashes.
Okay, so he's gonna win.
No, I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works like that.
All right.
That's it for today, though.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed, leave a like, follow, subscribe. We've got more stuff coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us everywhere, because we do other, post other stuff as well.
Play games.
Play games.
Yeah.
We played games before.
We play games. We played these games before. So
yeah. Check out playpaddock.com. That's our website. We added a new game mode, the careers one.
Yeah.
Which you guess the driver based on their career path. So it's pretty cool, pretty fun. Go check it out. We'll have another one coming out very soon.
Oh.
I'll leave a hint. Trivia.
Oh.
Maybe some trivia. So that's coming out very soon. That is the next update. But leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you for the... Actually, no. There's no race this weekend.
No. Yeah, it's next week.
See you next week for the... What is it?
I don't know the actual name. Monza.
No, whatever. We'll just talk to them on Wednesday or whatever.
Oh.
Whatever. Then
Yeah.
we'll do something.
Yeah. Okay.
So see you for the next pod.
Ciao.